What is up, world, and welcome to an all-new edition of the OH.Report video podcast. And I think we got a pretty special edition going on this week. Of course, we had state champions crowned over the weekend and lots of different sports all around the Buckeye State, including in soccer and volleyball. We're going to hear from athletes and coaches from both of those sports, including the Division II state champion on the boys' side. That's coming up here in just a few seconds. We're also into the regional finals for football. I've got all of the top plays and the individual performances that you need to see that were captured by our cameras over the weekend. Some unbelievable finishes. If you were watching OH.Report football on Saturday night, my gosh, could you not have been so entertained for like the last 45 minutes? Every single game came down to the wire. Fourth quarter and then overtimes, and then unfortunately for our local squads, didn't go so well for them, but wow, what great football action we had in the playoffs just this past weekend. We're also going to check in with Travis Berardi and Hayden Gray. They are standing by out in Belleville today. They're checking in with the Clear Fork girls basketball team. It's picture day for them, so they're getting all prettied up. And also Travis, I'm told, he's going to jump inside of a couple of drills with Coach Sellers and see if they run him through the ringer. So we've got that coming up as well, including an all-new edition of Talk of the Town. I'm Brian Skronsky. I'm going to be with you every step of the way today, and we're going to begin the show with a special guest, a guy who just made history for his boys soccer program. That's right. We've got state champion winning coach Ryan Quatman of Lima Shawnee joining us right here and now. So let's bring him in and say what's up to Coach. And hey, you look pretty well rested. I bet it was kind of a whirlwind of a weekend. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I have two kids, and my 1.5-year-old's kept me up for the last 2 weeks, and the last couple of days he's let me sleep. I appreciate that from him.
Yeah, so tell me, what was the community celebration like? What did it look like in Lima the last couple of days since you brought home that big trophy?
Yeah, we've had great support this whole time. Our kids came, our parents came, our community came. We had videos coming to us from everybody around here, all the local community vendors and Arby's, the group. Everyone was sending us like good luck stuff. It was really cool. We're not used to that as the boys soccer team here, but we were very appreciative to bring home something that makes our community proud.
Yeah, it's been a joy watching you guys really blossom as a program, but especially during this postseason. I mean, you've got such an outstanding group of kids right now, Ryan, and the feedback from your community when we got to do your state Final Four game on our own backyard at Clear Fork, I mean, it was unbelievable. I cannot tell you how many private messages we got asking if we could come down to the state championship game and experience that with you guys, and unfortunately we just had too many football games and we couldn't get down there, so I need to hear all about it. I know it's a fancy new stadium, the biggest stage that we have for soccer in the state. What was it like for you as the coach and then the team going in there with all the new glitz and glam in downtown Columbus, all that good stuff? Tell me everything that we need to know.
Well, first of all, I heard awesome things about your guys' report at Clear Fork. That was a super fun broadcast. I thought you guys did great. I heard a lot of great feedback from the people who were calling the game, and just shout out to you guys for that. That was super cool. Down in Columbus, though, that's a dream come true. I played soccer in high school, and I dreamed of going to the old Crew Stadium back when, 01, when we were in the semifinals, and this was more than I expected. I'll be very honest. I remember getting there early, and they assigned a host to our team who was responsible for us. And I asked the host to take me out, let me see the field. And it was right when the D3 team was being announced. And then after the announcements, they hit the music and they hit the lights, and it was silly. I mean, there's no other word for it. It's silly. It doubled me over. I had both my hands on my knees, bent over, like, oh my gosh, like this is too much. But it was super fun. The crew did a great job. OHSAA did a great job. We felt like rock stars, and the boys will never forget that. That was an experience.
A really nerve-wracking state title match for you too, Coach. No goals, of course. You go into the double overtime. Nobody scores again, so it goes into a penalty shootout again. You guys are able to come out on top, I think 3-1 in that PK shootout. So just describe that atmosphere and just kind of the ebbs and flows in a defensive struggle like that, where you're just waiting to break through, and it just never happens. It never happens, and then you have to have it all come down to a PK shootout, something, of course, you don't ever experience during the regular season because it's not a part of the game.
Yeah, so the way the game started, I thought Bexley had an edge on us in the first half. They really were bringing their best. They did. They did a good job of keeping us kind of quiet, and the first half I thought belonged to them a little bit, and then the second half we really got into our stride, got some really good chances, and we weren't able to execute on them. We gave up a couple good chances to them too, and they weren't able to execute. And, the stress levels go up the closer the clock gets to zero. And overtime, I feel like Bexley was getting tired. I felt like their legs were showing. And we've got some fit guys that can go 80, 90, 110 minutes. And the second overtime half, I thought that Bexley was playing for a penalty. And so, you kind of smell blood in the water a little bit, and you get a little bit more, take a couple more chances. And going into the penalties, we have, I think, the best penalty goalkeeper in the state, in Jack Tenwaldy. Dude's unbelievable. He was a rock star there at the end. And we had our 5 lockdown penalty takers, and
Hayden. So I was talking to.
Yeah, it's definitely been really cool to see your program just kind of blossom from afar, Coach, where you went from the point where you were starting to compete for district championships maybe about 5, 6, 7 years ago to the point now where you're almost expected to be making Final Four runs each and every season. What would you say you would give the most credit to in terms of like making that big leap from where you were a good program to now you're one of the elites?
Yeah, I thought that you talk about culture in your program, and the culture in our program changed over my course of being here. It came from wanting to, I think we just had to do a lot of the little things right. You got to be to practice on time. You've got to give 100% in practice, and every once in a good while, the culture meets your talent, because you got to have players to get this far. So we had the right mindset going in, and we had the players to do it. And when those things crossed, we got lucky too. That's another line that has to come in there. And that to me was the X factor, was just believing in a program, believing in the system, and having the players to do it.
Well, I got to know, where's the state championship trophy at right now? Did you get a chance to take it home for a little while, or where is that thing?
I have no idea where it is.
Well, you didn't leave it in your players' hands, right?
It's around. It'll show back up.
It's somewhere. You just hope, it gets in the trophy case eventually. Now, do you have a spot picked out for your medal that you got? Is there a special place, in a cabinet at your crib?
This is my 9th year coaching, and those things are starting to accumulate. There's a drawer down in my basement somewhere that has all that stuff in it. Wow, that's a great picture, man. That was so sweet. It's down there someplace, and sometime when I'm done, I'm gonna get all that stuff back out, and I'm gonna display it down in my basement when my kids are a little older and I can reclaim some of the house. But right now, everything is safe and secure in a drawer down in the basement, hidden. It'll collect dust for a couple of years, but I am so proud of the guys for bringing me along and trusting in us, and it's a dream come true. It's awesome.
Well, now that you've got this one chip and you got the taste of it, Coach, I imagine you're going to be salivating for more. You want to enjoy it, of course, but when does the work again begin for you? And once you lose these seniors, when are you going to get back into doing soccer stuff with your guys?
Yeah, sure. There's the no contact period, which I am more than happy to oblige by. I think everyone's ready for a little break. The boys go in and play their club teams, and they do their spring ball, and they do all that. So we don't really start getting back together as a club until January, February. We'll hit the weight room. We have a nice little facility here, Fast, that does some athletic training. We'll get them in there. So I don't anticipate doing anything until after 2022 is done.
All right, yeah, good for you, Coach. You deserve a break. Well earned. Only 4 coaches in the entire state can say that they got their team to the pinnacle. You are one of them, Ryan Quatman. So congratulations, bravo, and continued success to you out there in Lima Shawnee. Obviously, we're going to keep an eye on you, and we'd love to cover you more as the years continue on.
Hey, man, let's make it happen. I think the people here are hungry. They saw a good game. They had everything you want. So let's make it happen. I'm on your guys' team.
Hey, my guy, we're all on the same team here, Ryan. So thank you so much for the time, and go keep an eye on those kids. I think I seen your daughter pop in earlier, so make sure she's not running around with the trophy or anything.
I told my wife, I go, if you make me go take care of them, you're doing the interview. So.
All right, take care, Coach. Thanks a lot. Man, really cool to see. It's rare that you get to talk to somebody that, I mean, he just did the best thing that you can do in his sport just a couple of days ago. So I imagine Ryan basically running on no sleep, lots of obligations. All the media guys want to talk to him, and just around the community, everyone wants to slap his hand, probably buy him a nice cold soda pop when he goes out and about on the town. So really cool that we saw this team just play at Clear Fork a few days ago, and then they get down to Columbus, and hey, trust me, we got all of your messages out there, Shawnee Nation. I responded to each and every one of you individually, got your emails too. Really wish that we would have been able to come down and cover your match, but you were the last one of the night, that 7 p.m. Just had too many football games, but again, wow, did we have some awesome ones. But it's kind of crazy to think about, but it's winter sports season all of a sudden. It starts this weekend for the girls, and a team that everybody's kind of eyeballing in and around Richland County that we feel like could take a big step in the right direction after progressing in wins each of the last 3 seasons under their awesome head coach. So I'm talking, of course, about the Clear Fork Lady Colts, and we've got our 2 guys out there, Hayden Gray and Travis Berardi, hanging out. What's up, fellas? What's going down in Belleville?
What's up? I'm the same, Brian. I can't believe Friday night kicks off the girls' basketball season. Next Friday night kicks off the boys' basketball season. But we're down here, Colt Corral, getting some hype video stuff, some pictures, and then, a special little video for everybody else. Probably not for me, but we'll have that out later in the week. But like you said, this could be a special season for these Lady Colts. They lose Becca Conrad, but they get everybody back. And a little bit more of a special gift that they get dropped down to Division III, so they're not going to have to face the likes of Shelby or Mansfield Senior or Perkins in a district round. So Scott Sellers' squad, they're getting ready for what could be, like you said, a good run in the district, maybe even an MOAC championship.
So, yeah, you guys are out there. It's kind of like media day for them. You're hanging out, taking some pictures and some videos with the girls. Describe kind of the vibe of the team and what type of roster they have out there in Clear Fork country this year. Because, as you mentioned, Becca Conrad, of course, 6'4". She was a dominant player in the post, basically scored at will, got as many rebounds as she wanted. But they're going to be likably faster, I think, this season. So, first, just tell me about your thoughts on like the feeling around the team and what it looks like.
Well, I mean, if it's anything like today, they're a very fun group. Looks like they got a tight bond again. Have a lot of fun. Very, just they come up here, they get nervous, they have fun. But no, in terms of on the court, you lose someone like Becca Conrad who really did a lot of things. But Travis and I have been talking. They return a lot of talent too. You know, you bring back Liv Davis, who was hurt for the second half of the season. Lily Wertman.
Anna Gilvaki as well, the 3 captains this year. Liv Davis, one of the better point guards in the area. We saw that she got hurt late in the season, and they still were able to compete against Shelby when she did pretty good in that first meeting. So having those 3, and then Mel Bluebaugh as well. She's a 3-point threat. She's back. Just losing one player, although it is one Becca Conrad, who's one of the most dynamic players down at the post in the MOAC, but they have quite the roster coming back, and I've heard that Coach Sellers has been running them, so they are a team that's going to run and gun you every single night.
And you don't really, to be honest, some of the MOAC too, you don't really need any more. It doesn't feel like right now. It's not critical to have a super tall point or a post player. The game has really changed as far as speed is really the name of the game. Shooting, they want to get out and in transition. And other teams around the MOAC, I mean, Shelby will have a few, Sarah Reiser in the post, but they're also another team who did really good last year without really having a true center or post player either. So I don't think that will be a detriment to the team this year.
No, and not only Becca Connor, but other post players also around the conference have graduated. So this might be a year ski where it's going to be more, smaller lineups, more threes, more getting out and running.
Yeah, we're definitely moving into a place where it's just positionless basketball, and there's not really a spot on the floor where you can't know what you're doing when you're out there. So I think that's the type of squad that Clear Fork is going to have, and I look forward to seeing what it looks like when Travis jumps in some drills. You were talking about Coach Sellers. He's got them running like crazy. Are you going to be able to keep up, Trav?
Well, he's been texting me all day saying, hey, hopefully you're stretched out because, you're going to get at it just like the girls are. They got, I heard a rundown. They have a scrimmage tomorrow. They have their final scrimmage. They're going to do a walkthrough for most of it, but the first part they're going to do shooting, and then they're going to do some of the conditioning and the skills stuff, which I will be taking part.
I see he got the tennis shoes on, so he's ready to go.
I got tennis shoes on, right now, but I have my get up. You'll see it in the video. It's going to be a fun one, but that'll officially kick off our high school basketball coverage. I'll probably have that scheduled to go out on Thursday right before the season starts. But you saw me at Hillsdale 2 laps around the field and I was winded, so we may need an ambulance here later on. So if anybody in the Belleville, Clear Fork area is an EMT, just to let you know, around 6:30, 6:45, you may get a call, but hopefully not. Hayden's laughing because he's the one who's behind the camera. He's just going to watch me and laugh the whole time like you did, Brian.
Yeah, make sure that you have 911 on speed dial, Hayden, just in case. We don't need any tragedies out there. It's going to be a big season for the Lady Colts. Don't let Travis hold him back, even though I know that he's definitely trying to be a valuable member of the team. He's got on the Lady Colts swag and everything here today. So, speaking of the team, where are they at? Can we get a couple of these girls to jump on and talk to us?
They're currently getting their team photos right now. It's photo day for everybody. So you had the
and
basketball
photo
team,
day goes.
The middle school, the grade school teams, basketball, boys and girls.
Everyone.
Boys basketball just started, so everybody else is getting their stuff done right now. But I told the coach, I said, hey, you want to get out here, you need to hurry up a little bit. But they should be out any time now. Brian, I do want to talk. You were talking about Lima Shawnee, what a run that they had. But football, you said, the games that we had live and free on Friday night, every single game we had came down to the last play. And for 4 of our teams, it was the wrong end. It kind of stunk for them. I know we have Danville too. What a comeback Danville had, Brian.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Really cool that they're advancing in the way that they did. It makes your heart break, though, a little bit for the Lucas Cubs and Coach Spittler and all those great seniors that they've had. An incredible run for them. But, hey, that's football, man. And if you don't D up in the final minutes, crazy things happen. I was at the Browns-Jets game earlier this year. I'm still not over it. Still a little bit shell-shocked from that one. So I got to imagine that Cubs Nation's probably feeling just about the same way, guys. So I think what we'll do, because you brought up that great game and there were so many good ones, we'll probably come back to you guys here in a little bit when you're able to bring in some players.
And, if you want to run Phenom's top play stuff right now.
Yeah, let's get right into that.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll go see where they're doing, and then you guys enjoy our top play nominees and Phenom nominees. Take it away, Ski.
All right. Make sure you stay stretched out in those New Balances, Travis. So without further ado, we did have maybe the best weekend of football just in terms of the finishes for our football games that I remember from all 13 weeks. It was truly incredible, and these are the best of the best individual performances that our cameras were able to capture from the week that was the regional semifinals in high school football. Let's go ahead and roll the Friday Night Phenom nominees from week number 13. Here come your nominees for Friday Night Phenom from week number 13. Our first nominee rushed all around Arlingfield on Friday night to help Maslin notch a playoff victory over Big Walnut. Will Trail Hartson totaled 211 yards on 29 carries as the senior running back averaged a mammoth-sized 7.3 yards per clip and found the end zone not once, not twice, but 3 times as the number 1 ranked Tigers are heading back to the D2 regional final game this season, thanks in large part to Hartson finding the eye of the Tiger on this night. I mean, there are monster playoff nights, then there's performances like the one Van Wert senior signal caller Aiden Pratt put on. This Cougar was a night killer in their 40-35 Week 13 win over previously undefeated West Holmes, carving up the defense for almost 400 total yards and all 6 Van Wert scores, hitting the end zone with his legs a career-high 5 times as he was a flat-out wrecking ball inside the red zone, calling his own number time after time, and was always on the other end of the call with this magical performance. Storm likes to call him Mr. Unlimited, but today we're going to call him Captain Clutch, as Max Payne once again did it all for Danville, starting the game at running back and tallying 65 yards on the ground before moving to QB in the final minutes of the game to throw 2 touchdown passes in the final 90 seconds to complete a 20-point fourth quarter comeback, as the Blue Devils will play for a regional title for the 9th time in the school's 110-year program history. Holy Name is also competing for a regional championship coming up on Friday night, in large part because of the play of their dynamic dual-threat quarterback Javon Williams, who shined brightest in the crucial moments of the Green Waves' come-from-behind victory over Mansfield Senior. Williams led a squad to 14 unanswered points down the stretch, including the game-winning touchdown run from 26 yards out, running his total offense to nearly 270 yards on a rainy night in Brunswick. Marco Sigliano was a workhorse for Columbia Station all season long, and once again was that as well versus the Cougars of Crestview. The Raiders running back was held to just 43 first half yards. However, he would explode in the second to end with 122 yards on the ground and, of course, a 100-yard pick six that would help upset number 2 Crestview and move into the regional final with a sparkling, perfect 13-0 mark. Those are your nominees from week number 13. Now, the burden falls on you, the fans, to decide who had the most impressive performance in the regional semifinals. Cast your vote now. So make sure that you get those voting thumbs or those mouse pads ready, because it is Double Dip Mondays here on the OH.Report video podcast. That's right. If you chime in while we are live and free right now during the actual broadcast, your vote counts for 2. Not just 1, but 2 right here and now. So those were the Friday Night Phenoms, the best individual performances. Now let's show you the top plays of the week presented by Adina Corporation. These are your top play nominees from week 13 of the high school football season. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, which means a jet sweep is fueled up and ready for takeoff. If you look out your windows, you'll see an eagle hurdling 3 bulldogs. That's Crawford's Trevor Voigt hitting the triangle button to get over a pack of dogs Saturday night in the snow while summoning his school's mascot to help him soar up, and over the rabid defenders. The crazy finish is what everyone's talking about, but Trevor Voigt flying through the air is what they should be talking about. Return your seats to their upright position as we head to nominee number 2. How about a special teams touchdown to open up a Division II regional semifinal game? That's exactly what the doctor ordered, as Big Walnut's Nate Severs found a lane and took it 91 yards all the way to the house on the opening kick. This was just one of 3 scores for Severs against state-ranked Massillon. So good, it deserves a second look, and you better respect the speed of this eagle or he'll fly right by you like he did on this play against the Tigers. Our next nominee would put Van Wert in the regional championship for a 3rd straight season, and just look at the individual effort from Cougars senior wideout Nate Phillips. You saw him break a trio of tackles before sprinting into the end zone for a 44-yard game-winning score. Check it out, as this heroic grab deserves a second look. Nate single-handedly carving up the West Holmes defense, handing the state-ranked Knights their only loss of the season. Next up is a dude so fast you might not want to blink or you'll miss this 86-yard sprint down the sideline. Look at the human Lamborghini Keontae Bradley turning the jet sweep into some jet fuel as he burns his way by the Holy Name defense for a 6-pack of points. Feast your eyes one more time on the top-end speed once Bradley catches the corner before catching fire on his way in for a Tiger score, scorching the turf beneath his feet on a trip into pay dirt. Now to the Clear Fork Valley, where one of the craziest fourth quarters in postseason history went down, as Max Payne, who started the game at running back, is flushed out of the pocket and throws a desperation heave to Walker Weckeser from 43 yards out, and his prayer is answered, completing a 27-point quarter to give Danville a 27-20 victory over Lucas. That's the starting quarterback, catching the crucial TD pass from his backfield mate. Truly an amazing play. Nominee number 6 called game on this one, as Tony Governell would find the end zone on a counter play, going for 6 as he totes the rock 25 yards out to send the Crestview Cougars home with a 12-6 loss. Raiders get their first regional final appearance in school history with the victory, riding this game-winning score into Week 14 as Governell, looking more like the governor of Columbia Station. Those are your top plays from the third week of the high school football postseason. Head into the comments section below to make your vote heard right now. So there it is, guys, your top play nominees. Make sure that your vote counts ×2 right now here on the OH.Report video podcast. And just wanted to let you guys know that we are going to take the winner from week number 13 and we are going to add it to the other 12 winners that we've had so far up to this point. And we're going to let you guys out there decide what was the actual top play of the year. That's going to be coming up next week here on the OH.Report video podcast. We'll unleash that, let you throw down your votes. So we've had some pretty awesome plays all season long. It's going to be interesting to see what was the absolute best of the best. All right, as promised, we talked to a lot of athletes from the regional semifinals in football. We went to state championships for volleyball and for soccer, and all the interviews that we got, we compiled them, took one answer, clipped them all together, and that brings you this, the latest edition of Talk of the Town.
It's a whole different team this year, and we came into it knowing we could do it. We didn't come into it with our heads hanging like I feel like we kind of did last year. I feel like we gave it our all, and it feels amazing. I feel like it's a weight lifted off our shoulders because nobody's done it before at our school.
Yes, I am very happy. I feel like last year it was kind of come and go with our service team. I feel like this year our service team was spot on.
You've done this throughout the tournament. You've had 1, 2, 3 kills, but they've been big ones that keep momentum on your side. You seemed like you were just going out there and swinging. You had a lot of confidence today, did you not?
Yes.
It's all right. You're good.
I guess that's the goal, just get it down.
It was really fun, just the focus that we went in with. We had nothing to lose, but, we did a great job all around.
I knew we have really good hitters on our team, so I knew even if my set was a little bit off, they make me look really good, so.
How's it feel to be playing for a state championship on
It
Saturday?
feels really awesome. I love this whole team. We work really well together.
I honestly think it's the hard work we put in every day at practice. We always come in. We knew we made goals at the beginning of the year. Winning state was one of them, and that's the last one we need to check off. And, everyone comes out here, works hard, and in the game we just get to perform. And I think at practice is where it all starts.
You made some great throws. Walk us through that touchdown pass you made there, that 43-yarder.
I dropped back. The guys coming up the field, I was kind of like, oh. So I stepped up, and then I seen Walker had a step or two on him, and I just heaved it deep as I was going down. And
you just chucked it. You didn't have anything to lose at that point, right? Just threw it up in the air.
I look up, and he caught it, and it was a feeling I'll never probably feel again.
Most was the doubters and the writers who said, Van Wert loses by 21. Van Wert can't stand a chance. Like, that's what we live for. So I just kudos to all of our guys who fought like heck. I think this is our 3rd straight year to the regional finals, so kudos to those guys, and it's a great team win.
Tigers been playing great defensively all postseason long, back-to-back shutouts. They had you down in the first half. What do you think flipped for you guys in the second half? Did you make any type of adjustments that you were able to start get after them a little bit more?
We went into halftime. We just had to play as one. Like, we couldn't rely on each other. We had to play as one, do your 111, and then it'll come together as one.
I'm excited, Our team's never been that far in the playoffs, and, as our coach said it before the game, he knew we'd be the one to break the ceiling, so I'm really happy that I've got the opportunity to be part of this.
We fought back, and, we battled in some games, and that's what's really brought this team together. We were fired up and ready to play in this game. It showed in the first half of the game. Just the heart of this team. I love these guys so much.
I couldn't be prouder of these kids, and I told them that, coming into this match, I told them that, before even the match, I've been dreaming about this moment since the time I've been little, to be on the court on the last day of the season and being able to play and to just enjoy it and to have fun and to go out and fight. And that's exactly what the kids did, they don't have any given up in them, and that says a lot about not only what these kids can do, but the Monroeville community in general. Monroeville doesn't give up when things get hard. They don't stop fighting, and that's exactly what these parents have taught them, and hopefully what I've had some influence in teaching my players that too, and I couldn't be prouder, to take the #1 team in the state and force them to play volleyball and make them earn every single point is quite incredible.
Man, that really is, I think, probably the coolest thing that we're doing now. The Talk of the Town is my personal favorite thing that we got going on. Just hearing from all the kids and the coaches all cut up together their best answers. Pretty cool to do that every single Monday. A guy that I love talking to every time I get the opportunity, and he's just a great quote machine, and also I'm told a great mixed martial artist, Scott Sellers. He's joining us right now, hanging out with Travis. What's up, man?
Hey, Brian, how are you?
I'm doing good, Scott. So can you confirm that you are indeed involved in like some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or some type of MMA?
That is false.
That is false.
I'm like too close to him right now. I don't want to get an elbow.
But maybe you're good enough to put Travis in a headlock or like a chicken wing or something?
I don't know. He's been working out. He's going to practice with us, I think. Wink, wink.
It's not like it's ever happened before. No.
Yeah, I've seen his workouts, Coach. It's a drive through the McDonald's window and then the reach out to get that 64-ounce drink. But I know that you're going to whip him into shape tonight. Looking forward to seeing that video.
Yes,
I'll go ahead and I'll turn it over to you guys for a minute, and I'll let you guys talk some Lady Colt hoops.
Well, I am here with the Division II district runner-up coach from last year, now in Division III. That move, does it help you guys or hurt you guys?
We were surprised this year when it happened. We were right on the line. I think we're the 4th biggest school now in Division III versus one of the top 5 smallest ones in Division II. So, by numbers, I think we have 12 teams in the district versus 15 or 16 that are in Division II. Some of the competition changes. Our district was loaded last year with Senior, Shelby, and Bellevue, and you go down the list. So. It's just a new challenge for us and something we're looking forward to.
You lose Becca Conrad, but that's pretty much the only main piece that you lose from last year. This year, you got most of your sharpshooters back. Liv Davis is back off of the IR, per se. It seems like you guys, you got a team that can shoot. You guys got a team that can run and a team that can defend.
Yeah, we're certainly smaller. We lost Trinity Cook. She was about 5'9", Becca Conrad 6'4", and Bella Molina. They were all our top 8 in rotation minutes. So we'll miss all 3 of them. Becca's the one that everybody knew, 3rd team All-State. But we got a lot of good kids coming back. We have, 4 seniors that'll be in the rotation. We have 2 or 3 juniors that are going to play a lot. I expect to start 3 seniors and 2 juniors. So it's probably the most experienced team we've had in the last 3 years. And, they're playing tough. They're playing hard. We're really excited to get the season going.
And we know, the soccer's always in a district semifinal, so it might push back your start date. But what do you do in the week, maybe 2.5 weeks that you get actually for practice to just get them prepared for the run and gun of your season?
Yeah, I don't know that it would change a lot if we had them. We would still cover all of the same stuff, have them day one or not. They come in, those girls come in, 5, 6, 7 of them this year, and they come in good shape. They came in ready to work, so they really didn't miss a beat. The first, call it 8 practices where we didn't have them, we get back to basics, a lot of conditioning, a lot of skill work, skill development stuff early in the season. And, that's kind of the blueprint for, how we start.
And I guess also the summer, you really didn't have to, put in many new things because you have such a veteran class coming up still. What did you do over the summer to just get you guys ready for this year?
Well, we played a lot, and we played a lot of good teams. So we went to, I think, 3 shootouts. We went to an overnight camp. We always signed up for the elite kind of division. I mean, we got beat up a little bit as well from some big Division I schools. So, I think it shows us, some of the things that we needed to do better. And we worked on a lot of that stuff. A lot of what we're doing offensively is new because we won't be able to just kind of pass it around and dump it in and offensive rebound or what have you. So There was a learning curve there this summer, but, you know, and I tell anybody this, we're very lucky here. We have committed kids that play multiple sports. They do travel stuff for multiple sports, and I get them to everything that I ask them to come to. They work harder than any kids I've been around, and so it's pretty easy as a coach to have that.
I'm going to give you a second here to look into the camera and just explain to the people in North Central Ohio what they can see night in and night out from your Lady Colts this season.
Well, we'll be a scrappy, fast, disciplined team that prides itself on defense and cares about each other on the floor. And, you know, that's what we try to build our team around, and I hope that it shows this year.
Brian, any more questions for Coach?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing you guys coming up on Friday night against Lucas in your home opener, Coach. Just for that one, are we going to see the full gamut of what Clear Fork basketball is, or do you try to keep it a little bit more fundamental and simple at the beginning of the season and add more things as the season rolls through?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'd say that we expect to come out and just compete hard, and I don't know that it'll change much game to game for us, you know, as far as how we like to defend, how we like to run, how we like to just play in general. I don't know that we would hold anything back necessarily game 1 or 2 that you wouldn't see in, you know, game 18. Just adjustments that we'll make over the course of the season, of course, but, you know, nothing other than that.
You going to be able to hold Shelby Grover under 20 points, you think?
Let's hope so. I mean, there's a lot of teams that can't. She's one of the best around. And we play a couple kids like that, so we're looking forward to it.
I think you guys are probably going to be pretty balanced on offense. It won't be like a season ago where you had, obviously, Becca, your top scorer, top rebounder. Do you have an inkling as to who may develop into being the top scoring threat for your team by season's end?
You know, it's hard to say. I think we have 4 or 5 kids that can any night go out and get, you know, 15 to 20 points. You know, we have some girls coming back in Lily Wortman who had a great year last year as a second-team All-District, second-team Northwest or third-team Northwest District and second-team Conference. So her, Annika Labaki's coming back after lettering her first 2 years here. Livia Davis is coming off, you know, an injury, kind of plague season, if you will, and we got her back at full health. But we got a lot of other good players that have a lot of experience coming back as well, and Kylie Belcher and Pacey Christina. So, again, we're just really excited to be where we're at.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to coming over to the Colt Corral on Friday night, Scott. So I will be seeing you then, sir.
Okay, Brian. Thank you.
All right, Brian. We got the 3 captains as well, so we'll bring them in. Coach, pick which one you want to talk to us first.
Come here, Lily.
Lily Wortman will be the first victim today. Thank you, Coach Sellers. I will see you in a bit.
Oh, I'm actually on like a screen.
You're actually live right now, so everybody could just hear you say it. How you doing, Lily?
I'm good.
Yeah. Another successful soccer season for you guys, making it to districts. I know you guys wanted to make it further, but congratulations there. What are your expectations for this basketball season?
Well, hopefully we can make it to the same spot we were at last year. Obviously, we always hope for further, but I think honestly just like working hard and as a team, that's when we're going to get the furthest, and just working hard.
I was just talking to Coach about this. You lose Becca Conrad and 2 other really good players, but you have a lot coming back. What can we expect from you guys maybe offensively this year, because it's going to change up a little bit? You don't have the big player to just throw it in the middle. You can spread it out a little bit more.
So obviously Becca was a huge loss for us, but it'll be less like dumping it inside and more of like dribble, pass, less lobs because we don't have bigs anymore. Lots more shooting, I'd say, driving it to the basket, just a completely different offense.
And any expectations for yourself that you want 53, something like, 10 steals? What are some expectations that you're going to put on yourself for this season?
I mean, just better than last season, I guess. Hit some more threes, I guess. I don't know. That's hard. I don't know, honestly. I haven't really thought about that, but some more assists would be nice than last year. But
okay. Well, lastly, I'm going to let you, like we saw on our Talk of the Town, if you want to look in the camera, give anybody a shout-out that you'd like before we switch to our next player. Go for it.
I'll just shout out my parents. Yeah, love you guys.
All right, Lily Wortman. Let's Liv, if you want to come on over here right now too. Liv Davis. I'm guessing is going to be the starting point guard this year.
Yes.
Yeah. Liv, great to see you back off of the boot. You know, how did the recovery go over the summer for you?
It was definitely a lot of commitment, physical therapy, still trying to put in work without, pulling myself back further than I already was. It's like a lot of being smart, just keep dedicated, take time, stay committed to recovery.
And then once you were able to get through that recovery, what were you able to work on over the summer to get back into basketball shape?
It took 5 months of recovery after my surgery, but it was more just like shooting, working on my form, my ball handling, stuff I could do stationary, stuff that didn't really like take weight, jumping. And then once I kind of got into like shape off the bike and stuff, then I would come out, play live, and that like really helped me.
So you're really chomping at the bit to get back out there on Friday night. What are some expectations for yourself this season then, since hopefully you'll get a full season in?
Yes, definitely not getting hurt this season. That seems to be a trend, but definitely that. As a point guard, it's like more of I want my teammates, they're all great shooters. They all are great on the three. And my whole goal is to get assists, to get my girls some shots and
spreading the love.
Yes.
I like that. And I know you are a part still of the team that made it to the district championship before falling to Shelby, who made a regional championship appearance. But you feel in Division III that you have that chance to, possibly meet Margaret in a district championship and maybe go further?
Yes.
Yeah?
For sure.
What do you guys need to do to get there?
I think we just need to defensively shut teams down. We're not tall, and if we all play defense how I know we can make it pretty far. And if we all just stay committed and put in the work like we have been, we'll do good.
All right. And you want to give anybody a shout out? Go for it.
My parents, my coach, teammates. Yeah. That's it.
All right. Liv Davis, Annika, you want to come on over? And we're speeding through this a little bit, Ski, because they got practice. They got film and stuff that's starting in about 10 minutes. So we're getting into here. But Annika, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Also, congratulations on, a great soccer season. I know you guys probably wanted to make the district championship game, but still districts. It's a really good accomplishment. How important was it to get that experience playing through the district level and playing in that district championship game that you can take into this year?
I think it's super important, especially for we had some younger players, I'd say, like the sophomores, the juniors, and now that, we're all upperclassmen. It'll be good going into this season, and now that I feel like we've had a few off seasons to like finally get things under control, throughout like basically the whole program, I think it'll be good, finally go in feeling like confident and strong.
Have a lot of seniors, a lot of juniors on the squad, but are there any underclassmen that you think are going to really show out this year that we should focus on and look for this season?
Absolutely. I think, Mel Blueball does a really good job. Lily Weichel, and I think, you may have, you may see Brindley or Ashton, so they're scrappy, so they'll be fun to watch, I think.
I know you love playing defense. You love D'ing up out on the court. What expectations do you have for yourself this season?
Honestly, defensively, I just want to be able to, contain people because, I'm not like obviously like the best defender on the team, but I guess just, don't allow as many points last year for like individual. And then offensively, as a team, I want to see us like break the 3-point game record. So I think that'd be pretty cool. So
you're going to lay it up from beyond the arc. I love a team that can shoot the three. That's awesome. How crazy is it getting those locker rooms before games? I've been in there after the games, but before games, it seems like it's pretty lit as well.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun. We, blast our music. We have all kinds of lights in there, all kinds of stuff, but we like to listen to I'm a Bee by Black Eyed Peas. That's our favorite song ever. So.
And how important is it that just to keep you guys loose going into a game and then afterwards, game by game, that you're out here for each other?
Yeah, that's super important because I feel like as a team, even like soccer seasons the same way, like our team does better when we're just like, we're loose, we can kind of mess around a little bit, like, like know when it's time, know the boundaries, but I think we play better when we're a little bit loose and we're not so nervous and tense. So I think that's important, and then as the games go on, like just, still keeping loose, and even during the big games, like keeping the same mentality, like obviously, like, okay, like this is a little bit more serious, but, still, keep composed, but, be loose, have a little bit of fun with each other. So.
Well, hopefully it's a really fun season for you guys. Any shout outs?
My mom and my dad and my teammates and my coaches and my brother who's watching in Athens. So.
Oh, you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Well, Annika, thank you very much, and have a good practice today.
Thanks.
All right, as well. wrap it up from here. Ski, as you see, these Clear Fork Lady Colts, they're ready to roll this season, and it should be a fun year starting on Friday night, live and free right here at the Colt Corral as they take on the Lucas Cubs and Shelby Grover.
Yeah, make sure that you give them a good look today at practice, Travis. I want you to try to take some of these ladies off the bounce. They're going to pride themselves on defense and clearly shooting the three-pointer this year. So don't give any room out on the perimeter either. If Annika's thinking, hey, we're gonna get the three-point record for a game, make sure that she's tested, get that hand in the face, and then you be kind of a menace too when you're on offense.
So you want me to get my ankles broken? All right, gotcha.
That's up to you, Trav. That's up to you, buddy.
I will try to be as good as you were in that goal-kicking competition yesterday at the soccer pitch.
Yeah, don't do that. At least,
you know how it feels now, at least.
Make sure those New Balances are laced up real tight, man. Go get them.
Oh, I can't.
He can't even get his leg up high enough to get it in the shot.
This is a preview. This is a preview for what it is. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Hayden. You're
booyah.
Yes. Hey, the dad shoes seem to be the most comfortable ones, though. I mean,
yeah, the ultimate dad kicks. Those are actually from our producer's dad.
Yes, Adam's dad. Thank you very much. Really comfortable, and I'm able to save at least my heels and everything with these on.
All right, Trav. Good times out there in the valley, and I see when the girls come on with their uniforms, they totally keyed out on the green screen. So those hype trailers, those are going to be something special.
Oh yeah, they will be, won't they? Okay.
Have to get real creative. All right. Let's bring it back here to the world headquarters, and I'm all by myself today. So it's kind of eerie a little bit. Normally, we got the guys over in the pig pen. I'll have to hang out with Hayden and Travis and deal with them in the flesh. So when it's just little old me here, it's just not quite the same. But it's been a fun, over an hour we've been hanging out, talked to a state championship winning coach. You heard from a coach that went to the state championship for volleyball, some of the players in the state Final Four, a lot of football guys that are moving on to the regional championship, and of course, all the top plays in the Phenoms this week. So I think we've done everything that we needed to do here on the OH Report video podcast, but we'll be back better than ever next week. And coming up this week on the OH Report, just a little bit of insight. On Wednesday, I know that there's an all-star volleyball event going down up in Norwalk. We're going to come up there. We're going to throw down a live stream for you. And we're going to have some basketball. The girls getting their season underway Friday night before Saturday. We will have some live and free high school football for you guys, some regional championship games. So keep an eye out for our schedule that'll be posted later on in the week, and enjoy the rest of your beautiful Monday. But for now, from me, I'm out of here. Deuces, y'all.